Welcome into the Week 4 edition of the Fordham Football Ram Roundup. I'm Andrew Gullotta here alongside Fordham head coach Joe Conlin. Coach, last week a 48-45 win over Albany. Another game, another shootout win for your team, but this time the defense came up clutch in the fourth quarter. You got a big stop at the end of that game. Did you feel like the defense played better last week, even though 45?
Yeah, I mean, they were certainly better against the run, with the exception of one long run in the first half. They more or less bottled it up. We're right there on the downfield passes. We just got to finish. I thought there was definite improvement from the previous week.
Your offense continued its FCS leading pace last week. Tim is now hooked up with 8 different pass catchers for touchdowns. Is his ability to spread the ball something that's unique to maybe not only the Patriot League, but the entire FCS?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's obviously credit to Tim, but also credit to our offensive staff and our offensive skill. There's a lot of guys that we can get the ball to that can do the job. So, we have the ability to spread it around, which hopefully makes us more challenging to defend.
Moving over to this week, you play an FBS team in Ohio. You played 2 FBS teams last season in FAU and Nebraska, so you're familiar with those teams pose. Is there any one thing in particular that FBS teams really do well than maybe you see over FCS teams?
No, I mean, they're going to be a little bit bigger. They got more scholarships than we do. Ohio's a really good team. They've been, since Coach Solich got there, 20 some odd years ago, they've been a really good team. They play in a really good conference in the MAC. They're a physical team on both sides of the line. Definitely the best defense we've seen so far, so it's going to be challenging. I mean, they do a lot of things well.
Last question, Coach. Obviously, defeating an FBS team is extremely difficult, but for the FCS teams that do pull off the upset, is there any key thing that they all do similar in those games?
I'm guessing they don't turn the ball over. But, if you had to pick a stat that equates to winning, it's probably turnovers. So I'm sure they don't turn the ball over.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Anytime.
We continue the Week 4 edition of the Fordham Football Ram Roundup with Fordham team captain and offensive lineman Phil Saleh. Phil, the offensive line has been absolutely nails over the last few weeks. No sacks, and you're protecting Tim at a really high level. What's your keys on the offensive line to be successful?
I think first and foremost is just having pride. We got to take care of Timmy. I think we know that. We have great weapons in the backfield between Trey and Julius. Good weapons on the outside. If we protect, they can make fun stuff happen. So that's really about it.
You obviously have a very unique view of Tim blocking his blind side, seeing him from your offensive line position. What makes him such a special quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, Tim, he can make, at any moment, he could, make a special throw. I've played games, so something to mean a little bit more. Yeah.
You just mentioned you played 4 or 5 years with this team. You faced a few FBS opponents over those years. You got another FBS opponent this week in Ohio. Was there a little extra juice this week in practice, considering you're going to travel to Athens to go up against an FBS opponent?
Oh, for sure. It's always fun, no matter the opponent. But going up against an FBS opponent, I think it's just a little bit more fun. You just got to bring it a little bit more. So, we're excited for the challenge.
Last question, Phil. What did defensive line players on those FBS teams really pose differently, maybe compared to FCS players?
They're fast, especially Ohio. They play fast. They're strong dudes. So, we're just excited to get in there, and see what we could do.
Thanks, Phil. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.